Hi guys, I hope you're good. I've come to North Kilworth Marina in Leicestershire. One of my viewers is based here and he's invited me along for a nose around and a cruise. The marina is great, there are so many facilities for moorers and visitors. B boat brokerage are based here. There's a brand new building with a moorers lounge and other facilities, as well as all the usual boatyard stuff that you'd expect. I'm going to be spending the weekend cruising on Endeavour, a 70-foot narrowboat owned by Nick. As he steers us out of the marina, I admire all the different boats and the sheer size of the place. We turn left out of the marina onto the Grand Union Canal, heading towards Foxton. If we turn right out of the marina, there are 13 miles of lock-free cruising until you reach Watford Locks. Oh look! Very soon after leaving the marina, we arrive at Husbands Bosworth Tunnel, a 1,166-yard tunnel opened in 1813. It should take about 15 or 20 minutes to travel through the tunnel. I never really understood yardage until I started playing golf. It's been a real help with canal and road tunnels, which are all measured in yards. I love the eeriness of being in a tunnel, the sudden drop in temperature, the echoes, the dripping water, the huge shadows on the walls. Eventually we make it to the other end and are met with a huge burst of sunshine. All of the bridges on this section of the canal are identical, with only their numbers distinguishing them. I love this boat, it's so cute. And I love the blue colour on this one. Cows! Ooh, that's a nice boat. The boat is really nice to steer. The tiller is a bit heavy, but it's very reactive, which is good because it's an ex-hire boat, so would have been driven by a lot of newbies in its past life. This boat was really cool, it had a real hippie vibe about it. On the subject of hire boats, this day boat seemed to be in a bit of a pickle in the bushes. They did manage to get away, but I'm not sure that they should be listing that much. That's a really smart boat. Me and David went camper vanning at Billing Marina. Lots of narrowboats have the name of their marina or their nearest locks or where they were built painted on the side of the boat alongside the boat's name. Some people even paint their own names on the boat too. We've arrived at the top of Foxton Locks now, and we've moored up for the day. There are 10 locks in the flight, made up of 2 staircases of 5 locks each. The locks are a huge visitor attraction with a museum and lots of other things to see and do. There used to be a sort of cable railway alongside the locks, the Foxton Inclined Plane. It was only used for 10 years because it didn't make any money. Plans have been in place for over 20 years to rebuild it, but by the lack of apparent progress, I reckon it will be at least another 20 years before anything happens. A staircase lock is where one lock goes straight into another, and Foxton is the biggest staircase in England. The locks are only open at certain times of the day, and they're always staffed by volunteers who operate the locks. They can accommodate boats up to 72 feet in length, and it takes about 45 minutes to get through them all. Although I hear that at busy times the queue to get in can be even longer than that. I was trying to convince Nick to go through the locks, but he wasn't keen, so we headed to one of the canal side pubs instead for a bite to eat and some gongoozling. If you go through the bridge, you'll end up in Leicester, but if you turn right, you'll end up in Market Harborough. After lunch, we took a walk along that arm of the canal. It was very pleasant, and I saw some alpacas, so that was my weekend made. There were a few day boats along here, and they all had fox-themed names, seeing as we were in Foxton. That's a really nice looking boat. The stern's really, really long. After a nice walk, we headed back to the boat for the evening, and I made friends with this lovely swan, until it bit me, and then I was terrified of it. The next morning we set off in the same way we'd come. It'll take just under 3 hours to get back to the marina. This would be the first of many boats we passed today. I was talking earlier about hire boats. Another option if you don't want to do the driving yourself is a hotel boat. And this absolutely stunning boat is the recently launched Narrowboat Star Trips. They're based at North Kilworth, and I've met the owners, who are the most lovely people. They'll do the cruising whilst you sit back and relax and enjoy the scenery. On the subject of scenery, this is probably the most rural cruising I've ever done. It's very pretty, but I find it a bit odd not having the usual buildings and other landmarks to know how far you've travelled. It's stunningly beautiful, but I think on balance I'm more of a city girl at heart and prefer something a bit more urban. Saying that, if any of my other viewers are bonkers enough to invite me cruising, I'm happy to go most places. This boat here has what I assume to be the owner's names on it, like I was saying before. But what happens if you sell the boat on? It might be easier for the new owners to change their names rather than to repaint the boat. I think these boats are so nice looking. Nick was really relaxed about letting me steer, and at this point I'd had no bumps or crashes. He's actually got a few videos up on YouTube of the boat. The channel name is Endeavour, like the boat, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. One thing that really impressed me about this boat is how quiet the engine is. Hiya. Before long, we're back at the tunnel. I think these trees will look incredible in the autumn when their leaves have changed colour. On the left here is North Kilworth Wharf, which has been here for over 200 years, a bit longer than the newly opened marina. I love those little boats, I want one. We're almost back at the marina now. I really enjoyed the cruise, apart from when I missed the turning into the marina and hit us into a bank, but it all ended well. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye!